This is the brief on the graph, or GRT. Okay, so you often hear the graph called the Google for blockchains, right? Well, that's because it tackles this really fundamental and frankly expensive problem, getting data out of complex networks. Think Ethereum, Solana. There's like over 90 of them. Accessing their data is usually a huge headache for developers, and the graph aims to fix that. First, let's nail the core idea. It's about open APIs for this Web3 world. See, blockchains store data, but, well, it's often pretty chaotic. The graph lets developers create and share these open APIs called subgraphs. You can think of a subgraph like a really specific recipe. It tells the network exactly which data points to pull out and how to structure them, making everything instantly usable through a simple language, GraphQL. Second, the whole thing runs on a decentralized market, which also brings some performance perks. You have these node operators called indexers. To play, they've got to stake a minimum of 100,000 GRT tokens. This acts like, economic security. If they serve up bad data, their staked tokens can get slashed. It keeps everyone honest. Plus, the network boasts super high reliability, like over 99.99% uptime. And new stuff like substreams, man, they can boost indexing speeds like crazy, up to 72,000% for some users. Finally, we got to look at the main risks for its long-term survival. Even with strong tech and big backers, the GRT token economy leans heavily on inflation right now. Get this, the money indexers make from brand new tokens is currently about 99 times more than what they earn from actual users paying fees to query data. For the project to really stand on its own feet, that reliance on inflation absolutely needs to shift towards real-world usage paying the bills.
This is a great point to quickly pause and remind our listeners of something. That's right, Sarah. If you're enjoying how we break down these complex projects into simple pieces and want more reviews just like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel, CryptoBox. We do all the complex research so you don't have to. So, bottom line, the graph is pretty foundational for Web3 infrastructure, no doubt, but its future really hinges on drumming up enough real-world demand to move past relying on those initial inflationary rewards. And that wraps up your brief on the graph.